We have 20 meters per second? Hi and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we have the mission to explore the moon, namely orbit it. And since we had so much fuel left with our last attempt of going by the moon, we're just gonna take the same rocket to the moon Mark 1. Hopefully it all still works. Seems to be logical in how it works. That's the Terrier engine up, and then that's just dropping down. Okay. Crew will be Jebediah Kerman, our most trusted pilot. Okay, let's just go with it. If you want to see how this rocket worked, look back 2 episodes, I think. Was when we flew to the moon. And the episode before that, we did build it. So, this is my nice looking rocket. We want to turn on SAS. We want to throttle a bit up. And then I'm gonna remember how bad, I just remembered how bad this rocket is. Okay, this will be a bit of trouble. Let's go. Steer a bit so that we get a bit of a curve going before we are too fast, and the wings. We don't have any wings. Didn't we have any wings on this one? Wow. And we had the stupid small SASs put in there. Wow. We didn't have the big ones yet. Solid fuel is down to 1,000, 900, 800, 700, 600, 400, 300, 200, 100, 0. This works perfectly. Apoapsis is, I can't see it, 30,000 only. Okay, we are in a part of atmosphere where we can steer with our stuff, no problem. We will be reaching 50,000 now. I will have to look up how it worked to activate the thing that shows me in this HUD how my apoapsis is doing without having to change to the map screen. I'll have to look at that. That's N, that's the wrong button, M. Apoapsis is doing fine. We'll still use our triple engines to blow us into orbit. And again, I started on the black side of the Earth, which is stupid. You can't see shit here. I mean, I have one thing where I can activate the light. Wow, that's really great. You can see more now. Turn off that light. And we are in space. So we're gonna point over there. Roughly over there, a bit lower than this. And we're gonna create an orbit. A bit under the horizon with where the rocket points. Get rid of all that stuff. Now we have less steerability because we don't have our SAS anymore, our additional SAS. Let's point a bit under the horizon again, so that our apoapsis isn't growing too big. We still pick too much, way too much. We should have changed to terriers already. because they're way better in this height. And periapsis over 70. So, where's the moon? 90 degrees before the moon. So, from the top, where's the moon? Moon's over there. From here, at maneuver, give it a go. This was no problem the last time, yeah. So no problem at all. We just have to use a bit, like 100 meters per second of that, and that has 1700. So that should be no problem. Okay, let's do a bit more. Okay, we have to burn for 30 seconds. Let's warp here. We are still over a minute away. Let's warp here. Now we have enough time to align towards the maneuver. Let's warp like here. Tap minus to cancel. Did that. Okay, minus is not one of the buttons that I gave utility in OBS. Not that I accidentally mute my microphone. That would be troublesome. But I think I pressed it twice, so that should be no problem. Okay, we are aligned with the maneuver. We have to burn in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And we're burning good, we're burning good. It's weird that the orbit music starts in you at this point, but whatever. We should have put that in the same stage, so we don't have to do that twice. Oh, overshooting. No, not overshooting. Moon periapsis of 266,000 meters. Perfect. Wow, we're coming so close to the moon that we're having trouble getting a proper wow. Like we're just that bit off from the moon thingy, from the moon plane of movement. We're just a bit off, but that's enough to give us this slanted angle when we return. Interesting. We could try to land at a pole. Do we want to try to land at a pole? That might be some nice thing to try to land at a pole. Yeah, let's just do that. So we're gonna warp. We can do a maneuver here to fix our angle in respect to the moon. We didn't even set it as target, but whatever. Yeah, we can just do like 30 meters per second. Like, see how little this is. How little this is to give us a better angle. We were like, angle-wise, we were like off by 15 meters per second, which is ridiculously less than it should be. Okay, let's warp here. And let's just do the maneuver now. It's just 15 meters per second anti-normal. Okay. A bit on manually. Okay, so this is perfect. So we have a moon periapsis of 175,000. That's a great periapsis. That's almost perfect. Look at our projected orbit around the moon. We will actually go around the moon once and then go back in. Which also, because we're going around the moon once, we will get out of the moon with more speed in respect to Kerbal than we had before hitting the moon. So we're actually accelerating here by hitting the moon. Which is a thing that you can use to save fuel on going out of the Kerbal system. So you're actually using the moon to fling yourself out. That's a thing that you can do in real life too. But let's just go to the moon encounter in 1 day and 7 minutes. Warp here, that's 2 minutes before the moon encounter. And let's see if something changes, because the last time we went there, the moon periapsis and stuff changed. And I don't want to have that happen again. We still have 1600 respective relative speed that we can push out of our terriers. So warp here. Okay, this is not really warping if you're only going 10 times speed. Okay, and we're here. The moon encounter is in 10 seconds. 10 seconds to the moon. Look at this projected flight path. That's great. In just a second, we're at the moon. Boop. And we have now our moon pass by, because now the moon is overtaking us and is accelerating us this way, which of course, because we circle around the moon, turns into this velocity vector, which points us outward from Kerbal. And that's why we're having trouble there. So if we want to have an orbit, we want to add a maneuver here and we want to brake. There we have the orbit. So everything lower, about 120 meters per second should be enough, which is a 9-second burn from this point. So we can just reach this here. We have to burn in 3 minutes. Let's warp in. Not warp in, let's zoom in and look. There we have it. And look at this big crater. It really looks like just like the moon. I'm sorry if I'm calling it the moon, because some of you might think it's the man because of the U. But I'll be calling it the moon all the time, because it is the moon. Warp here. Point ourselves retrograde towards the moon orbit. This way. We're still slanted on our axis towards the moon, which is interesting. But this is because we don't arrive at the right angle here. We could try to do a bit more anti-normal burning here. To reach a better position, anti-normal should be to the left on this nav ball, but it could also be on the right, up or down. Because this nav ball orientation, like the horizon, not always makes sense. Oh, I missed my point. Just go in. Just go in. Orbit. We have our orbit around the moon. Let's go in. Let's celebrate this. Crew command pod. Crew report. High over the moon. So we are at our nearest point. We had that already, high over the moon. So we want to go closer to the moon. For that we have to brake at the moon apoapsis. Did we already do an EVA? Yes, we did. Board again. We don't want to use any of our other experiments because do we have multiple? No, we had one thermometer and one pressure thingy here, which we already used in a high orbit over the moon. Okay, so let's go towards the apoapsis. Warp here. What is considered a small periapsis? Let's go down to 30,000. So we want to, not the moon, but the moon periapsis. We want that as our point of reference to look at. Toggle SAS retrograde and burn till it's 30,000 or something close to that. Or like 25,000. We shouldn't hit any mountains because I don't expect 25,000 meter mountains on the moon. This should be alright. Okay. And we want to go like to like over here. Warp here. And on our way we're gonna quick save so that we don't accidentally fall into the moon. Okay. We now have no signal strength. We're not connected and stuff, but that's not a problem at all. We are very close to the moon now. We are below 100,000. Where's the service bay activated? Let's see. The crew report can tell us. It's still high above the moon, but we'll get lower. God damn it! There. We're under 70,000. This should be alright now. Crew report. In the space near moon. You look down at the cold grey surface, it looks really beat up with craters. Materials bay. The high radiation environment caused a few of the examples to glow. It looks like it would be fun to paint the rocket with this. It's the same as high above the moon, but it gets counted as new. Close doors. Open the service bay. The goo. The goo seems to be less dense here. The temperature is still 0. The pressure. It's still 0. Close this. EVA with Jebediah. EVA report. You've recorded your observations. Yeah, boring. Okay, we got all our science data. Contact parameter complete. Explore the moon. You packed a toothbrush, right? That was a reference to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. No, don't you have to have a towel with you? Something like that. We have entered the orbit of the moon and we've performed the spacewalk in orbit of the moon, which gave us reputation, science, and funds. Great! Turn on SAS, because we don't want to spin like crazy. So now, because we want the moon is traveling this way around Kerbin, and we want to become closer to Kerbal. So the most sensible thing to do is to brake in that direction. So when parallel to the Kerbin moon orbit and point in that direction. This will directly make our periapsis go down. And if I'm using the right handle, it will also work. 64,000, 300,000, 300,000 still, 100,000. That's okay for the moon exit. Okay. So SAS. Align with maneuver. Maneuver point is aligned. I have to look at my electric charge. That looks okay. So start burn in 39 minutes, burn for 10 seconds. So warp to this point. We were very close to the moon. It looked beautiful. Wait, can we still see it go away? Bye, moon! Okay, here we are. At our new apoapsis, almost. Yeah, at the point where we leave the moon will become our new apoapsis. So it's just 10-second burn. We can just burn now. And wait till it becomes around 100,000. Like now. Great! So now we can fast forward till we escape the moon again. Warp here. And we left the moon. Not already. In 7 seconds. The moon is gone. And we are ready to go back into Kerbal orbit. And this is our orbit. We're now moving this direction. It looks weird all of a sudden that we're now going this way instead of that way where we went before, but that was only in respect to the moon. The moon was still moving way faster around Kerbal than we were moving that way around the moon. So that's why it looked like we were moving that way, while in regard to Kerbal we were still moving that way. So that is a good point. So let's try like a point over here to make the entry less weird. Pull down the apoapsis a lot and pull it out radial. Pull down the apoapsis a lot. Pull out radial. Pull down the apoapsis a lot. Pull down radial. Pull down the apoapsis a lot. Pull down radial and the apoapsis a lot. Like this. To something like 40,000. Okay. This is a good maneuver point. We'll have to burn for 43 seconds when we are over there. Let's quick save. Can we just warp to maneuver? That's the wrong one. Right click? No. There's like an other thing that we can use there. Is that warp to maneuver? What is this? We can say let's go there one turn later. That's what we can do there. Okay. That's an interesting thing. That will help me with rendezvousing. That I can say, yeah, we want to go do our maneuver over there, but only after we've orbited around Kerbal like 7 times. So 7 days later we'll do that. So it's 7 times around Kerbal, which I will always call 7 days. So let's go here. We have to move to our view towards the maneuver point. And then we'll have to fire out our maneuver. So we are at almost the same point. As long as we are far away from celestial bodies, there's no problem in just doing your maneuver whenever. So there. We'll do like half the maneuver and then we'll create a new maneuver. Yeah, we upped the periapsis too much. Okay. We'll have to get rid of this maneuver and create a new one, like over here. Wait, now our flight looks different. Let's add the maneuver somewhere where we're closer to Kerbal, like over there. New periapsis, not 20,000, but like 45,000. Let's move it in a bit and over a bit. Like 45,000, please. $300 meters still. Okay, let's just warp here and do that maneuver, or something similar to that maneuver when we are over there. Your warping is slow, man. Should I do my warping myself? I'm better at warping to a point and warping past a point. I'm using the auto warp feature to have less trouble not being on time with my abort moment, but this doesn't always work. Let's just go from here. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. New periapsis. We want to bring that down to about 45,000, and then I'm ready to enter. Yeah, 42,000, that's alright. Safe, because we can still save our shuttle here. We still have enough fuel left for a few other. We could have enough fuel left for landing. That's normal this time. We're gonna view normal to get rid of the Terrier. Get rid of the Terrier to get rid of... Spacebar doesn't work. Fuck you, game. What is wrong with you? Spacebar. So, okay. Then we're gonna point retrograde. And we're gonna warp to like over here. Let's warp where we can see stuff. Let's land where we can see stuff for once. Come on. I mean, entering atmosphere should break my warp. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Not enter a retrograde orbit, retrograde surface. We are landing in the sea again. God damn it. We're always landing in the sea. Okay, so I'm gonna see you when we have landed. This shouldn't be too much of a problem. To just land here. Yeah, we have all the... Cancel. Oh, we have the crew report. I was just worried for a second that we forgot to put a crew report. Okay. So, if something happens, you will see me here. Otherwise, yeah. See you when we've landed. Wait, I can use this to talk about what we're doing next episode. So, I assume our next mission will be the mission to land on the moon and come back with the same shuttle that's landed on the moon. So that might be a troublesome thing we have to do there. So I don't think we're gonna do that in the next episode. This looks like desert. Can't do crew reports. This looks like desert. I hope we land there. Nope, we're overshooting. We're landing somewhere in that highlands part over there. We won't be doing the moon landing mission yet because we still need way more science points. So I think we'll be trying to build a plane the next episode so we can do all this temperature research stuff that all the time shows up. What is that? What is that? That's not a part of my ship, otherwise it would be labeled as debris. I never thought we would be overshooting this landmass again. Yeah, that is debris from me. What's this? That's the spaceport. That's home. Hi guys. Are you home? I'll be home soon too. Hi guys, down there. I'm not hitting. Am I hitting the... No, that's the 40 kilometers above the ground, the debris down there. Are we going up? We're going up. Okay, now it happened what I told before. If you have the wrong angle, you bounce off the atmosphere. And this is just what's happening to us now. So we bounced off the atmosphere and we didn't land at all. So we'll have to go around Kerbal another time. We almost left the place of the atmosphere. 52,000 is where it stops burning. Yeah, and we're going up. Yay, we bounced off the atmosphere. Glad that I could show that to you. Great. There is an island airfield directly next to this. So this island has an airfield, which is an interesting thing. So we could make it our private mission to land at that island airfield with a plane. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? And we're in space again. The music is back. Okay, so we're gonna warp to the other side and go down again. So we're coming... Look at this laguna. This was a big volcano once. Wow. Didn't even see that on the planet before. Yeah. This was a big volcano once. Oh, this looks great. Okay, we're gonna... Our periapsis is over here. Isn't that the... No, that's the desert lounge. I clicked out of the game because the game doesn't restrict my mouse to the window because it's stupid. So there we have the desert lounge site over there, which I'm interested in because the desert biome is a biome that we're missing. And now I know where it is. I mean, this big desert, how could I miss it before? I have no idea. Problem is we can't do EVAs now because we'll get just thrown away. So fast forward and I'm going to see you down there. We are actually coming down in the desert, as you can see. Wow. Over there, at the shoreline of the desert. Look at this interesting place. This looks completely different to what we've seen so far. Use the drag chute so that we don't land in a shore biome. Because we want to make another EVA once we've landed. Also, I'm going to try... I'm hoping that my thing will topple over. So that I can go out and in again just with... Oh god, no. This is too steep. This is way too steep. We're in the mountain biome here. Look at how this looks. This is totally different to the other side. There's so much interesting stuff to discover on Kerbal. I'm really looking forward to having the technology for rovers and then just driving around on Kerbal. Okay, we're landing in a second. 300, 200, 100. Turn off that. We have 20 meters per second? I didn't fire the other. Last quick save. Yeah, okay. What's the point? Okay, this point. This point in time is good because we can just accelerate a little bit so that we don't overshoot it again. Go down to 35k, which should be enough. Get rid of it again, and now I'm gonna see you when we land. I did forget to open the extra parachutes. What a fucking mess. Okay, I'm gonna see you when I've landed. There's the Kerbal Space Program again, the Kerbal Space Field. This is an interesting thing. So we have to drive west from the Kerbal Space launch pad to reach that. Okay, we'll keep that in mind once we have our rover ready, and we'll splash down into the water. Great. Oh no, the island airfield is over there. On this one, we can see the little structure already. Ah, splash down in water again. I'll see you when I've landed. You've seen enough splashdowns. 4.3 meters of falling looks way safer than the 20 the last time. And there we see the airfield, the island airfield in the distance, and the Kerbal Space Program. Okay. That's it. That's everything we can do here. I'll see you once we recovered the vessel. And our vessel is recovered. We recovered 220 science, 75 of which is the materials study. It's great. It's so great for science. We still have 500,000 funds, 397 reputation. Let's look in the mission control center. That's the next main mission. Land on the moon and walk on the surface of the moon. Definitely yes. More orbit stuff. That's a stupid trajectory. That's a stupid trajectory. We have now 5 tourists that want to orbit the moon. Wow. Okay. That is worth a lot of money though. Ooh. That's worth a lot of money. I have 10 years to complete this. Accept that. Fly by the moon, orbit around the moon and stuff. Okay, even more. A bit less money, but also alright. Do we also get 10 years for that? Yes. Okay. That's really good. And we have a VIP here that has the same destination. To orbit around the moon. Yeah. So he will also be added. Orbit around Kerbal. Suborbital spaceflight on Kerbal. Let's add him too. We have a lot of guys that wanna be touristed to the moon now. So my main mission is this. Fucking kidding me. I'm stupid. I did tell you that I want to do planes next time, and then I didn't take the plane mission. This one, and this one. Okay. That's also really easy. Can't take that. Do we have enough money to upgrade this again? It's not worth it. That's 200k. That's way too much. Let's look in research and development on what we want to go for next. We want photovoltaic panels so that we can load up our stuff again. That's all the mini stuff with the mini docking port. We don't need that. That's the big hitchhiker container. That will help us with the tourists. And we get the rover stuff. And the ladder. Landing struts. Next main mission is to land on the moon. Definitely landing struts. Don't need the advanced stuff here. What's that? Oh, wow, that's a big heat shield, but we got the bigger ones already, the medium ones already, the bigger medium ones. This is more monopropellant tanks and stuff, spark engine, bigger fuel boosters, no need. The other aerodynamic parts and helicopter and propeller type blades. We have the hitchhiker container here. This is mini stuff. This is the photovoltaic panel, so we need the photovoltaic panel. and the hitchhiker storage container. So what we're gonna do next episode is our engineers are already repurposing part of the vessel from the moon for other missions. Good work. We've taken our first steps towards exploring the moon. Let's keep going and see where it takes us. The recent accomplishment of our space program have attracted contributions from numerous organizations. We've returned from the orbit of the moon. Yeah, that's how we got so much money. Okay. But we have very many tourists that we have to bring to the moon. So next episode we're gonna build the Touristar Mark II capable of orbiting the moon. That will be a real trouble, because I want to see how big that hitchhiker container is. Maybe it's not such big of a trouble. Let's take the Mark II command port. But I want to see at the hitchhiker container. That's payload, is it? No. Utility. Hitchhiker container. It's the bigger version even. 2.5 tons. What does this weigh? 1 ton. No need to. We can land with... it will do something like this. Tri-stack. Where is it? Structure. Tri-stack. And... utility. Tripper. Can I rotate it a bit? No, not like that. We have angle snapping turned on, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they all can see something, so that's alright. Okay, so we'll do something like this. Maybe even like this. This will be able to ferry 12 tourists at once. That's a bit overkill. So we'll try to go with 6 tourists. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that the next episode. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow with the bringing tourists to moon mission. Have a nice day.